Past few days, if you have been following the current events, you see there's been a conflict between Israel and Palestine, with the Palestinians, Hamas, going into Israel, kidnapping and murdering men, women, and children, and Israel declaring war and bombing areas of Hamas/Palestine. The one thing that's scary is that over the past few days, this has become a very toxic topic where people forget the fact that thousands of people have died over the last 3 days and they want to choose a political side. So I want to talk about how we as believers, even as human beings, what we should be focused on in the midst of this conflict. Let's talk. While I have your attention, please don't forget to like this comment, subscribe, to make sure that we constantly grow this page and push this ministry forward. I need your help. I can't do it without you. A like, subscribe, comment will go a long way in pushing this ministry forward. As I'm speaking to you, there have been over 1,500 casualties in Palestine and Israel over the past 4 days due to this conflict. This began on Saturday morning / Friday night as Hamas claims that they invaded Israel, and it was a violent time. This is a very important time for us as Christians, because we are always told that Israel is the Lord's timepiece. Why is that important? It's because this is an indicator of the imminence of God's return, like how soon God will come back. As you see conflict in Israel, as you see tension and war in Israel, that is something that is an indicator that God is coming back soon, because part of prophecy, biblical prophecy, states that in the end, God will come himself and save Israel to show them that he is the one true God, that God will create a sense of conflict in order for it to be an opportunity for him to reveal himself as God, as Christ, being the true Messiah, physically and spiritually, with the people of Israel. And the reason why that is because he has declared thousands of years ago that Israel are his people. The people of Israel are his people. And that shows the faithfulness of God, that when God gives a word, no matter how bad you are, no matter how much you try to get out of that word, he will create a situation for a revelation. He will create a situation to make sure that word comes to pass. He will create a situation to say, because I gave you my word and that I love you and that you're my people and that I will cover you, that despite your disobedience, despite you doing things outside of my will, despite you rejecting my son Jesus, I'm still going to be at a place where I am going to be faithful to you. So Israel, us as believers, us as the church, anyone, we should keep our eyes on Israel, because Israel is the timepiece of God. When you see tension and stuff happening in Israel, that means that God is on his way to return. So we have to look at this through a prophetic lens and say, wow, why is this going on? What does this mean? So on and so forth. But the one thing that has been troubling me is over this conflict during the last couple days, the last few days of this conflict, this issue has been hijacked by evangelicals, by this red pill movement, by these Republicans, by these Christians that want to sit here and comment first about something you don't know about. Most folks who comment on this have no idea about the history and the conflict between Israel and Palestine. They have no idea as to why they're tense, as to why there's issues, as to why they're beefing. People don't know, but they see it as a convenient opportunity to attack Joe Biden, a convenient opportunity to push their own agenda, a convenient opportunity to project racist and negative things against the Muslims, against the people of Palestine, not knowing the entire story. It's worrisome to see how many people just sit here and say and want to condemn the actions of Hamas in Palestine, but then embrace the actions of Jews, trying to use that as justification for women and children to die. But then when Palestine does that, when they do that to the people of Israel, to the Jews, then it becomes a big issue. The point I want to make, first, educate yourself. If you don't know what's going on, don't comment on it. Don't read a couple of tweets and a couple of articles and then claim that you're an expert on this. If you're watching this video, I have no right to claim I'm an expert. I'm not saying anything out of a place of knowledge. I'm actually using this moment to educate myself, to see what scholars and learn about the history and learn about the tension between these people, these two countries, and why they're constantly at war. Outside of a spiritual and religious context, but as a place where, as a human being, why are they like this? What's the issue? What's going on? What does it mean? What are reports saying about Iran and other countries? I'm seeing stuff about World War III. What does that have to do with it, et cetera, et cetera? I think it's a good opportunity for us to educate ourselves, not to sit here and choose a side. I stand with Israel, I stand with Palestine, and not know the facts, not know the history. Not choose a side because your friends or your political party choose a side, or because your pastor chose a side. Learn. Get some knowledge. Study to show yourself approved, like the word says. So we need to be able to get this type of knowledge and understanding. So I don't claim to be an expert, nor am I, because I know that the history is very deep. And it's a lot of stuff that I don't even know about. So I would never claim to sit here from a place of being an expert. However, as you see what's going on, it worries how people can say it's okay for Israel to sit here and bomb and kill women, children, the innocent, because of what Hamas did. It's scary that people want to justify terror for terror, want to justify murder for murder, want to justify acts of war for acts of war. What is scary is that people do not want to blame Israel for anything, and they're justifying what they're doing. I'm not one to choose side. My prayer has been a prayer for peace. I understand this has to happen. This is the work of the Lord. The Lord is at work here. But I'm also praying that those who are in it, who are actually living it, I saw a video of a dad holding his dead baby, that these people, regardless of what country they're from, that they get peace. This is not a time for us to elevate Trump and talk about Biden. The U.S. has nothing to do with this. There's people living in this country who are suffering. And we're sitting here and we're just going to use it as a political opportunity to sit here and lift ourselves up and lift our party up and tear someone down. Everything does not have to be so divisive in a debate. You don't have to pick sides on everything. It is okay to say, you know what, I pray that everyone's okay. I pray for Israel to be okay. I pray for Palestine to be okay. Not to sit here and curse and say, kill Hamas. Hamas is a terror group, and not talk about the wrong that Israel has done in their past. It's scary how this world becomes so divisive. Not only so divisive, but so ignorant. You're picking sides about things you have no idea about. You have never been to Israel nor Palestine, but you want to sit there and put in your 2 cents as to what has to be done. You want to sit here and blame the Clintons and blame Obama for this war. When people are dying, people are losing their children on both sides. But we sit here and want to make everything into a political debate. We have to, and the scariest thing about it, a lot of the folks that are in these debates that are creating the tension and confusion claim to be Christians. The ones that claim that are saying, yes, all folks in Palestine must die, and all poor Jewish people are Christians. As opposed to being a beacon of light, we are the ones simmering seeds of doubt and confusion. Do you think God values the lives of the people of Israel more than the lives of the people in Palestine? Do you think God sits there and laughs and is content with people in Palestine dying despite the Jewish people being his people? You think God's heart grieves for the dad who sat there and held his dead child in his hand? Of course. But instead of saying, guys, let's pray for peace, let's pray for strength for those who are going through this, we sit there and want to create a political debate. And we find the most grotesque and gruesome videos to support our points. This is what our issue is with this world. We cherry pick. We find the stats, we find the images that support what we feel. We find the videos, we find the pictures that evoke a sense of fear in order to justify our stance, as opposed to keeping our eyes on God. We are sitting here trying to win political debates, as opposed to sitting here and praising God and pushing everybody's eyes to God. We are sitting here and pushing everybody's eyes to Donald Trump, to a political party, and to ourselves. Is God really in that, Pastor? Is God really in that, evangelist? Is God really in that, Christian? Again, I'm not saying that one side's better than the other, but what I'm saying right now to you guys, that as believers, as human beings, there are people who are grieving. Over the past 3 days, 1,500 people, including 11 Americans, have died in this. And thousands and more casualties of folks have been kidnapped and dragged in the streets. But we are sitting here trying to win debates. We are sitting here and trying to get more viewers to our page. We're sitting here trying to create a platform over this. And all I want to say with you today, let's point to God. Nothing justifies murder. I don't care how you want to explain it. I don't care, well, they did it first. Grow up. I don't care how you want to put it. Nothing justifies murder. And before you talk about this topic, about Palestine and Israel, educate yourself. Don't support your favorite politician. Don't support the people who are on your For You page. You need to sit here and educate yourself and understand what the history between these two before you speak about it, before you choose who you stand with. Because I stand with both sides, because both sides are going through grief, both sides are going through pain, both sides are going through difficult times. And the fact that people in this country want to use this tragic event, this war, to uplift a politician and their platform and political parties. We have pastors and internet evangelists and preachers sitting here creating videos talking about how it is okay for the people of Israel to do what they're doing to Palestine and condemning one side. You need to check your religion. You need to check your faith. Because the faith that I have, the God that I serve, says point men unto him. Draw men unto him, not Donald Trump. Not your party, not yourself. And this is giving birth to a dangerous and demonic ideology and theology that people find ways to justify in the name of God. Check your faith. Do you believe in God or do you believe in Trump? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Obama? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in yourself? Because we need to check our heart as a church, as believers, because the heart of God is grieving all children who were lost. Thank you for watching. Comment. Tell me what you think. Am I wrong? Am I bugging out? Do you agree? Do you don't agree? Let me know. Educate me. I would love to learn. But thank you for watching. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Let's push this ministry forward. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Peace.